Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing great. My name is George, and this is the public Sitrep where we'll check what happened on the last week on the Bitcoin chart. We also like to check gold because we're trading gold, Euro USD, SPX, and today we're gonna take just a quick look at DXY because DXY is doing a couple of things that could be related with the Bitcoin chart, but most important could be related with the gold chart and the Euro USD chart. Obviously, this is the beginning of the week. We need a trading plan for the week ahead, and we need to look at the high time frames, and we need to see what are the most important levels to the upside and the most important levels to the downside. And as usual, I will start with the Bitcoin chart. But before I start with this, I'm going to show you one thing which is not necessarily so much use for crypto, because crypto is like, look at this chart. I'm looking at Bybit, Bitcoin USD. We do have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 years, right? This usually applies to let's say to older markets like gold, SPX, euro, and so on and so on. But because we are here and because we talk about levels, right, that could potentially act as support or resistance, we need to talk about this, right? So basically we do have 12 months, so basically yearly, sorry, time frame. So we do have a level here, right? Let's mark this with yearly, right? So we do have an interesting level here, and that would be 46,195, right? So that is an interesting level. It's not a new area, right? So we don't talk about a new area. We do have quite a bit of confluences in that area. So actually the next important level, the next important area that should be acting as resistance is basically between 45 and 50k area. So this yearly level is just something, just another level, just another confluence for this area. But this is very, very interesting, and slowly Bitcoin starts to give the possibility of this yearly level. And if nothing crazy will happen until the the end of this year, we also could potentially have a new yearly level here, and that would be 16,525. So this is something new, and we need to adjust to the new market condition, and this yearly level could potentially provide a very, very good support or very, very good resistance when or if the price will move to this area. So just something to pay attention to. So yearly level 46,149, and yearly level, potentially yearly level, we still have just above 1 month from this year, but like I said, unless something really, really crazy will happen here, we do have the potentially a new yearly level somewhere around 16,529. So let's pay attention, especially to this level, because okay, the price still has some space to go, and that is still 20-25%, but it's always a good idea to pay attention to these kind of levels. Right, so for the moment, let's delete this one because I've already marked them on my chart. And before I start, I want to make sure everything is okay. We do have people in the chat. Good morning, sound is good. Thank you for that confirmation. Everything looks good with the stream. And also, before I start with the technical analysis, if you like what you do here, if you want to support this project, please do not forget to subscribe, like, share our content. Also, something that I want to mention, we do have a new website. So basically we're upgrading the website. This is how it looks like. It looks better in my opinion, more professional. And this is where we have the most important features like the Ctreps. We do have update every day, at least once a day. We do have the coaching. We do have our free Discord, right? So here you can find the link to our free Discord. We have a free section when from time to time we post the most important levels. Also, we do have premium levels if you want to get more in depth, you want to become a professional trader. So definitely please check the links in the description, but very, very important right now. There's a lot of work behind the scene of putting this new website together, right? So it looks very, very good. Check it out if you want to, if you are interested in trading. Also, we do have a couple of surprises for you. So if something, you can join our Discord, open a ticket with our support, and ask for more details about what we do here at Safe House. Okay, that being said, let's move to the Bitcoin chart, and let's start with our technical analysis. Let's move to obviously a yearly time frame. You know, it's kind of a high time frame. So for the moment, we do have the possibility, we do have a yearly level and the possibility of a second yearly level below. But usually let's start with a lower time frame like the monthly, and let's see what's going on. So nothing crazy going on. I would say we do have 1, 2, and this is a green month in a row, so everything looks good in my opinion for more upside. And that's why I started by talking about the yearly level, because that area between 45 and 50k area, that should be the next important area to the upside. Let's start with our ranges like always, because you all know I love to trade ranges, and this is what we have right now, right? So we do have this value area low, still support, obviously the bounce from the value are low. And like I said, the next important high time frame level should be, if we only take into consideration this range, should be the point of control of this range. That would be around 47,200 and something area. So 47k area, and that should be the next area of resistance, right? So if to this we do add the yearly level, then we start to build confluences for that area, but we will get back to that. Other than that, right? And now let's move to lower time frame so you can actually see this better, right? We do have this kind of, I like to mark this high time frame SNR flip levels, and you all know I have 2 on my chart. If you watch if you follow the content, at least the public content, I do have 2 high time frame SNR flip levels on my chart, right? The first one was this one, 25,222, so roughly the 25k area, and it was printed here on this drop, and it acted as a very good resistance, then it was flipped, support, up we go. Great. So this is still a very, very important area, psychological area, 25k area. For the moment, it is not important, but if we start to see a bigger rejection, could be from here, could be to the next, let's say, next area, 40k psychological area, or if the price decides to move to the 45 to 50k, the most important resistance in my opinion. And if we start to see a bigger retracement, if we start to see a change in market structure and levels lost, this could potentially become important, the 25k area. But for the moment, it is here. Very good example of an SNR flip level. And now we need to see what's going on. The next level to the upside, the next SNR flip level, in my opinion, is this one, 32,900. Obviously, we talk about a high time frame level, and when we talk about a high time frame level, it's good to think about it more like an area, not to the absolute dollar. Yes, the story with this one was to the absolute dollar, a small wick below. This was the biggest wick that we had below this level. So this is like a 7% wick below this level. But other than that, you can see this level was very, very well respected. Well, not necessarily it's always the case like this, because with this one, we had small front run here, a bigger front run, small front run, and then it was claimed. And now we need to see what's going on. But this is definitely a very, very interesting level in my opinion, right? As long as the price stays above this level, more upside is possible. And that is why these SNR flip levels are important, because right now, doesn't give me too much information, and also is not very important. As long as the price keeps pushing, everything looks okay for more upside. Definitely, we do not have any kind of use for this level. However, if we get a deeper retracement, if the price approaches this level could potentially provide a bounce for a push to the upside. So let's say the price decides to, I don't know, take the 40K area and then get back to the 32, 33K area. This is where this level, this is the moment that this level becomes important, because we can get something like this, boom, and then a new high towards the 45 to 50K area, right? So that would be a very, very nice scenario, possible scenario. Or the other option could be, let's say 40K, and then the price goes here, small bounce, but then the price gets acceptance below, and that opens the possibility for lower, right? So that's why it's always a good idea to pay attention and to have levels on the chart. Levels on the chart, so you can measure the strength or the weakness of each move, right? And also, this could be considered like, let's say the bear market that we had since 2022 and basically some of this year, right? And when we see something like this, always we can pull a fixed range like this. So that would give us this section of the chart with a value area high, point of control, value area low. Again, this is not so important information right now, but just in case the price decides to push to the downside, this becomes important, because the first, in my opinion, the first sign of real weakness would be if the price would get acceptance below this level. So roughly the 33K area, right? This area which was resistance, resistance, resistance. So if the price goes below this level and back into this lower section of the chart, that would be sign of weakness. And that is the moment that actually this fixed range becomes important, because not only if the price gets acceptance below this level, but also if the price gets acceptance back into the value area of this range, that's weakness. And that actually opens the possibility for more downside. So let's pay attention to these levels, right? So this SNR flip level, the value area high of this entire lower section of the chart, then the 25K area, and check this. The point of control of this entire section of the chart, so everything that happened below 33K area is still at 20K area. So if the price starts to lose levels, right, then we do have value high, we do have the 25K area, and then this is a very, very interesting area. Obviously, like I said, for the moment, no need to worry. The price is pushing to the upside. We do have levels to the upside, level to the downside, and at least for the moment, the possibility of the 20K area or even 25K area is very, very small. But still, we need to take, at least to think about the possibility of, a deeper retracement. If that comes, we need to think about that area. And now we can actually enable the bigger range. So we do have this section of the chart between the value area high of the lower part of the chart, lower section, value area low of the entire this, and this, the 25K area. And if we pull a fib like this, right, also the golden pocket comes around, 24, 23. Also, we do have some liquidity in this area. So, we start to build confluences. This is just something to, because I know everyone is really, really bullish right now. Everyone is hoping for more upside, and with a very, very good reason. However, remember, we don't know what's going to happen with this market. The price could push to the upside, the price could push to the downside. We cannot control the market. And just because we're not able to control what's going on with the price, we need to be prepared with levels to the upside and levels to the downside. So let's pay attention to these levels, right? Let's hide this and the bigger range. And now let's focus on basically what do we have here locally speaking, right? Now let's move to daily time frame to check what's going on here. And as you can see, it becomes between this level and this level, the two SNR flip levels, it becomes more clear what's going on here locally. So the price spent some time below this level, then it claimed this, the 25K area, back test, up we go. So we do have obviously a range. And if you watch the free content, This area, I talked about this area quite a bit. Now this one should be this one. So definitely we had a range here, very well respected, with deviation from the value area of the range, deviation to the upside, deviation to the downside. But other than that, the breakout. And let's hide this one now. Now the price is building a range above this level, right? You can see level claimed, back tested, up we go. So as long as this level is holding as support, definitely more upside is possible. Also, moving forward with our range, let's see if this is the one. Okay, this is the new range forming here. I have it like this, but obviously for the purpose of this stream, and you'll see why. For the purpose of this stream, we can extend the fixed range pool to the current price action. And if we take this one into consideration, we can see that most of the price action is within the value area. We had this drop, right? We had this drop to the point of control. So remember, point of control, you see how important a point of control is within a range. That's why I was showing you this range here, because if we start to lose levels, then the point of control, very, very, very important level within a range, the point of control. And currently the price is in process of claiming. You can see resistance, obviously this big push, the retracement. I guess we had a public video about what happened in this area where we had a double distribution day to the upside, to the downside. Okay, so this is very, very interesting. But other than that, and currently, and basically over the weekend, the price was trying to claim value high, Yesterday, last night, basically big push to the upside. And now we're just consolidating here. So if we take this range and everything, the entire price action above this level, 32,903, everything looks good for more upside, right? But now I want to show you why I had the range like that, right? Because also within this range, one could say we can find even let's say another range here. So we do have this range breaking to the upside, and the last range that I do have on the chart is actually, let's hide this one, is actually the local range. This is what I want to call the local range. And also I had, see if I can get, also we do have another SNR flip level here, right? And that will be 36,098, right? So roughly the 36k area. Okay, this one very well respected. Obviously the big push to the point of control of the bigger range, or let's say the low range. But other than that, you can see this level is respected together with the value area low of the upper range, right? So support, still support. And now, and this is what I want to get, because it's good to build some context starting with the high time frame. But now let's move to the local levels, and let's see what's going on this chart. So again, we had this big push after the point of control was hit, big push to the upside, double distribution day to the downside, playing to the absolute dollar, double distribution day to the upside. But I updated my team and I said, hey, this is possible, but that doesn't give me so much confidence like the push to the downside, because the context is not there. You know, it could happen, but no, it doesn't give me full confidence. Still push to the upside. This is over the weekend, and now we're here. So basically where we are right now. So we do have this situation where the price is trying to break the value area high of this range. And now this is the place where actually it becomes really, really interesting, because to actually understand what's going on the chart right now, we need to think about what happened with the previous range, right? And the previous range did something like this, right? So the previous range, the price was ranging, push to the upside. So the initial push, this one took the high, right? But here, initial push, this one creating a lower high, retracement, and then the point of control started to become support, support, and then the price was fighting with the value area high of this range, point of control, support, support, and now the price is fighting with the value area high. So if we look at these two ranges, they give or take, they do have the same behavior. So that's why it's good to see the past price action to maybe to get some ideas about what potentially could happen with a new range. And not only that, but check the lower range. Check the lower range of this. Let's see, which one is that? This one, right? Check this range. We had the first push, second push, right? Taking the high, then retracement, and after that, look how clean this is. Point of control, value are high, point of control rejection, price starting to claim the point of control, price starting to claim the point of control, price starting to claim the point of control, then the value area high, we're at the value area high, followed by big push to the upside, big push to the upside. Now, let's get back to the current price action. What do you think is the most likely scenario to happen, right? And one would say the most likely scenario to happen would be a push to the upside, right? However, and this is where the okay, how can I put this, because I don't want to, I'm trying my best not to offend anyone. This is where the YouTuber part stops, right? And this is where the trader insight comes into play and say, okay, so this is the thing. Everything looks good for a push to the upside, for a breakout. However, there is no way in the world I'm going to long up here. There's no way in the world I'm going to long up here. So this is this area. We're at the value high. I see that we are at resistance. So this is a short or no trade, right? Short or no trade. Short, let's keep it as scalps if we do have something to give me confidence, something like that. But other than that, and most important, I'm not going to long in this area. If you want to long, if you want to look for a long, and the best way is just to, ride this uptrend that we do have, starting with this range and the next range and the other range, is to follow this trend, ride this trend as much as possible. However, we're here. This is a take profit area, in my opinion. It is the value high. Take profit 1, take profit 2, keep something running, if possible, with the stop loss at entry. I mean, we had this very, very interesting push to the downside. We had this push to the downside. This is very good trading opportunity. Obviously, book profits, move the stop loss at entry, book 50% to this area, leave the rest running. You got this one, right? Book some profits here at the value or low, point of control, this area, book some profits here, 50%, you have your stop loss at entry, keep the rest running. But there is no way in the world I'm going to long up here. And I know the possibilities right now for a push to the upside are bigger, but this is not a way to trade. Let's check the order flow. Okay, I don't have, oh, I know what happened. Let's start to, sorry about this. I had to reload my my computer because of some annoying stuff going on. I apologize about this, and I forget to open Excel chart. Okay, there it is. So what do we have right now? Right, so one would think like this. Okay, this is resistance, this is the value high, also previous day value high and previous day high. So really, really important level. So what do we have right now? We do have this rejection, which, don't get me wrong, this for scalping is and day trading is very good. And what is the information that we do have right now on the chart? Well, the information that we do have right now on the chart is that the VWAP is our resistance. So you see the price trying, and once again trying, right? So each time this, you see a rejection, right? Rejection. However, we do have the other story going on here, and this is more into the order flow. Also, we do have this situation here where you see the price is creating bullish CVD divergences with each drop, right? So bullish CVD divergences, this can be seen as consolidation below resistance, obviously we talk about low time frame, so nothing crazy. So VWAP is our intraday resistance, right? And the price is creating some bullish CVD divergences. And let's go further into the order flow. What do we have here? Price is trying to push to the downside, increases in open interest, so new positions opening, negative delta. Boom. Price is not doing such a good job pushing the price to the downside, so there is some absorption going on, and we get the confirmation from the bullish CVD divergences. Let's go here. Once again, the price is trying to push the price to some traders are trying to push the price to the downside. We start to see here we do have 3.1 million. Oh, by the way, the volume is fairly low, but still could give you the idea about what could be the next important level on the chart, right? So we do have some 3 million, 1.4 million negative delta in this situation. Increases in open interest. Once again, the price is creating some bullish CVD divergences. So definitely this is absorption going on, right? So if you want to get involved in this section of the chart, one would say, okay, this is the low, right? So we do have a stop loss because the price, if the price gets acceptance below this low, I would imagine, you know, lower is possible. How much lower? We need to continue our TA and, you know, find the next possible level of support. But for the moment, support is support. We are creating some bullish CVD divergences here. We do have the possibility of some trap traders, right? So basically short opening in this area. So we do have the possibility, but now I want to see level claimed. I want to see VWAP claimed. And also I would like to see continuation with the bullish market structure, because we had bearish market structure in this area. Right now I would like to see the change in market structure, and really important, I would like to see VWAP claimed and maybe a push to daily open, previous day point of control, and then a back test of VWAP. I want to see VWAP flipped to support, and that would give me more confidence that, you know, another push to the upside is possible. Also, if we get a backtest of VWAP, I would like to see continuing this bullish CVD divergences that we do have forming locally. That would be something that, which in terms of order flow, could give me confidence for more upside. Now, what do we see here? Because we need to check out the price. And you see, so longs are trying here to push the price to the upside, but they are not doing such a good job, at least for the moment. You see this, the CVD line pushing to the upside, not necessarily a bearish CVD divergence per se. If you want to see, if you actually want to see if we do have a bearish CVD divergence or not, maybe you have to go to the trend reversal candle. But even like this, not necessarily, this is not exactly what you would like to see. And this increase in open interest here, good. This is a battle, not so much volume, but this, when you start to see the price trying to push the price to the upside, you start to see 1.2 million at market forming a buying imbalance, and the price not actually moving. This is not the most bullish price action. That's why I said this is a very live example. This is not a place, this is resistance. This is not where you long here and you book profits here. Take profit one, move your stop loss at entry. If the price moves higher, great, you make more money. If you get stopped out, still you make some money with that trade. So remember this local range that we do have here, and imagine this situation on a higher time frame. Moving back once again here, and I'm asking again, do you think it is a good place to actually to long here? Or yes, we do have a bullish scenario, everything points out to more upside, but actually to long here, do you think that's a good idea? Why not? Let's wait for some sort of retracement, but maybe we get a bigger retracement today or tomorrow, who knows? But definitely I don't think it's a good idea to actually long here for other than a scalp. A scalp, I was showing you on this, so a scalp from here to here, take profit one, move your stop loss at entry, price goes higher, great. Or if you get stopped out, you still make some money. And these kind of moves, they're for about 0.5, 0.6%. That's more than enough for a quick scalp. But other than that, because today we talk about high time frame, I don't think it's a good idea to actually to look for a long here. So this is basically in terms of ranges and in terms of what happened in the well, maybe more than a couple of weeks, but just to create some sort of context on a high time frame context. Now, those are our ranges, and these ranges, as you can see, are very well respected. But also, we need to find what's going on, what are the new levels that we do have on the chart, and what is the next important support and resistance on the chart. So for me, support, very, very simple. This should act as support, 36K area, right? Because if not this one, then we talk about this one, right? We talk about this one. And because, okay, fair enough, I started with the levels to the downside. This is the other thing that we need to talk about in this section of the chart, and not only in this section of the chart, but let's talk about this range. As you can see, this is kind of the last lower low, and other than that, we had higher low in this section of the chart, higher low. This week to the downside, to the point of control of this range, kind of took some of the liquidity, but not so much. So we still have a lot of liquidity in this area. And also check what's going on here. Lower low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and still a higher low. So also the price is building a lot of liquidity in this area. Not to talk about this section of the chart, which fair enough, this one took some of the liquidity, but other than that, higher low, higher low, higher low, and the push to the upside. So we do have a lot of liquidity. Look at this. We do have a lot of liquidity. So we need to be prepared, because if we start to see bigger retracement, and if we start to see this level lost, then maybe a push to the downside is in order, right? Maybe to take the entire liquidity that we do have in this area, right? And we have, what do we have in this area? Not this one, I like this one. So we still have the point of control. We do have value area low. Let's extend this one to the current price action like this, and let's hide the lower one. So we still have, like I said, a lot of liquidity here, and a lot of liquidity still in this area. So maybe a push to the downside again. As long as this level holds as support, everything looks good. Lose this level, and then the next important level is basically this area, starting with the point of control 34,466, value area low 33,793, basically the 33,800 area, and then down to this 32,900 area. Also, if we talk about horizontal levels, right, we still have this untapped daily level here. You see, small front runs, small front runs, small front runs. So that would be 33,923, right? So this level, this is important, still an untapped daily level, So we need to pay attention to what's going on here. But for this to happen, the price still needs to lose the 36K area. Other than that, in terms of horizontal levels, not too much to work with. So locally, we do have, this is untapped daily level. We still have this daily level, which is still untapped, 33,897. The rest are tapped. This one is tapped. I'm still keeping on my chart because you never know what's going to happen. This is more for scalping, for day trading. We have here a new daily level. This is still an untapped daily level, 36,998, right? So untapped daily level. Remember that usually, and this is the general rule, you'll get a bigger reaction at the first touch of a level. After that is like, really depends if we have more confluences in that area and treat it as a scalp with the possibility to become something more. So we do have 1, 2, 3 tapped daily levels, right? And this one is tapped, and this one is tapped. And one could say, okay, so why do you keep it on this chart? Why? Very simple, because this gives me confluence with the value area high of this range. So I have 1, 2 level confluence. That gives me more confidence for this level, right? Okay. So like I said, the next important levels to the downside is basically within this range. We do have this, the 36K area. And then if this one would be lost, then starting with the point of control, and I would really like this area to take at least some of the liquidity that we do have here, and down to this level, 33K area. The bulls needs to defend this like crazy, because if the price gets acceptance below, if the price gets acceptance below, then there is not much support because of this breakout. There is not much support to the 30k area. Basically this monthly, this is a tap monthly, but I still keep it on my chart, the 30,460. So lose this one, lose 33 and 30k area comes into play, get acceptance in here, and 25k area comes into play. This quick push to the upside, this area, we still have a single print here. This is really important. So the bulls need to defend this level. So a wick to the downside to take all the liquidity, great, but then the price needs to claim this level. So it's 33, 30k area, and then below is just weakness. Obviously we do have levels for a bounce and everything, but if the price gets acceptance below 30k, then 25k comes into play. So those are give or take the levels to the upside, but we need to talk about also about the levels that we do have to the upside, right? Because like I said, for the moment I will still favor the bullish scenario, right? So we do have this, we still have within this range, we do still have this untapped daily level, liquidity. So a possible swing failure pattern there should be in order, and if that's the case, I'll be more than happy to trade the swing failure pattern. The swing failure pattern are very, very good trade because the invalidation is usually very, very close, and the possibility for more downside in this situation is just huge. So the R&R for that trade should be very, very good. But let's say we will see another breakout, then we do not have too much resistance. So we do have this daily, this is still an untapped daily, 39,675. Also we do have the bigger pool, the bigger fee pool, this one, right? So 0.71 comes around 38,735 and 40k psychological area, but this for me it's a bit shallow. So we need to definitely 40k area, psychological area, right? So we need to pay attention to what's going on. But like I said, for me, the next important area comes here: untapped monthly, yearly level, daily level, and not only that. Remember, if we move and we hide these levels and we hide also this is the point of control of this range, of a high time frame range. Not only that, but if we pull a fib like this, give or take, this is also the golden pocket. So now let's put some levels to give you. So we do have monthly, yearly, daily, point of control, golden pocket, also the weekly above. That's why I said for me the next important area, high time frame area, should be between 45 and 50k area. What's in between? 40k psychological, a daily level, and a smaller fib pool. Basically this fib pool is from this height obviously to the lower low. Is that enough to actually to stop the price? That we need to be patient and to wait for the answer. I am aware of the 40k area possible reaction because we do have some levels, but for me looks a bit shallow, right? And this one is the big daddy. This will tell the story, what's going on, what will happen around this level. And again, this is a big area, so we talk about 45 to, that's more than 10% area, but we need to pay attention to what's going on here, and that would be the next important level to the upside. So to recap this, let's hide the horizontal because we are here, right? We do have these levels, this local SNR flip level. So if this one, if 36 will be lost, then that opens the possibility for 33k area. 33k area lost, then we do get a chance for the 30k area, and below 30k area this would be 25k area, and below 25k area is like weakness all the way, 20k and the new lower low on the chart. To the upside, 40k psychological and few confluences, but other than that, this is where it starts to become interesting. 45, the yearly, the monthly, point of control 47, and the golden pocket somewhere between 45 and 50k area. Those are the most important levels on the Bitcoin chart, and those are the levels that you want to get involved for something more than a scalp, than a day trade. Other than that, keep it simple. You do have ranges, you do have some horizontals, you do have, if you like, the order flow, right? So again, check what's going on here. If you want to get involved in this kind of situation, then that's great, but keep it for day trades and scalps. Other than that, the high time frame levels, no, I don't think there's too much to add in between. So it's this, the top of this range, 38, 40k psychological, and then 45 to 50k area. To the downside, 36 must hold that support. If not 36, then possible 33k area, 30k and 25k. Those are the areas that you actually want to get involved. Really important, really important is to check when do we actually have news, because the news, they don't necessarily change the market structure or the let's say the local trend, but they could potentially bring the volatility. So we've seen what happened last week. We had very nice volatility. So this week we do have this. So tomorrow, right, we do have this. 22nd we do have this. So always check this. This is a nice feature from TradingView. So check this news. Remember, not necessarily to change a trend, but much rather continuation for the trend, but they bring the volatility, right? Weeks to the upside, weeks to the downside. So it's always a good idea to pay attention to what's going on with the news. One thing that I forgot to mention, if you have questions related with what's going on these charts, please post them, don't be shy, and I'll do my best to answer. Exactly. Don't be shy and post your question. Exactly what I was saying. So thank you for that. Ethereum, in Discord I don't necessarily trade Ethereum, because in my opinion Ethereum is just Bitcoin charts. It's pretty much the same, right? But if you want to get more idea about Ethereum, please post your TA and I'll check it in the free section. Tag me and I'll check it after the stream. Okay, if no more questions, no questions here, let's move to the gold chart. Gold chart. Let's move once again to a monthly time frame, right? And let's start with our ranges, right? Let's start with this one. Well, taking into consideration this one, we do have a range forming here, roughly above the value area high of this range. So as long as the price is above the value area high of this high time frame range, so this range started when in 2009. So obviously this is a high time frame range, and this is a very good asset to actually trade. Like I said, as long as the price is above the value high, currently around 1808, right? More upside is possible, right? There's more upside is possible, there's no doubt. We had that tricky small front run of this liquidity, small front run of the value area high of this high time frame range, and then the push to the upside. Very tricky, not so easy to trade, but hey, this is where that's why we're here for, to give you this kind of information, the possible front run of some levels. And why not? I mean, look at this, we do have this small front run here, and also we do have this triple top, high, lower high, small front run, another lower high, small front run. So this asset like to do this, like to do that very small front run, and that is the same situation for a high time frame levels and also for low time frame level. Like for scalps or something like that, sometimes you get that very small front run, which makes it so much easier to actually to trade this kind of asset. But nevertheless, this is a very good asset to trade, right? So high time frame, as long as this level holds that support, I would say more upside is possible. And definitely, I mean, this triple top is the next high time frame important target to the upside, right? Now this is the high time frame range, but then let's move to the, let's say, more local range, and this is where we have this situation, right? We do have value low, again, front run, right? So Okay, it is what it is. Also small, well, this is not quite small, this is a bigger. But then the price pushing to the, let's go to daily time frame so you can see this better, right? This is the range. Okay, this consolidation around the point of control, then the push to the value are high. And I think this was the last stream, the last public stream I've done 2 weeks ago. And I think I was saying like, look, this is resistance. Resistance is resistance until proven otherwise. We formed this very, very nice reversal pattern here. And then the next target should be point of control. But guess what? This is an asset that likes to do those small front runs, right? So again, front run here, front run in this area, so why not also a front run of this, of the point of control of this range? Well, to be able to trade these kind of levels, apart from, give or take, apart from being aware of that local front run that this asset likes to do, also you have the trade. You do have the trade to level. So always in a uptrend, because the price is creating an uptrend here, trade to is very, very good support. Now, and this is the situation where we need to pay attention, because up to this point in time, right, we had bearish market structure, bearish, 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 meaning lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So there's no question about it. But now the price did this. Technically, it's like this is the higher high, right? But if we want to go more in depth, it's like high, higher low, higher high. And now the price once again is trying to change the market structure from bullish to bearish, right? So this is a lower low, right? Now we need to see what's going on with this story here, right? This could potentially be a lower high, but to get a full change in market structure, we need a new lower low. And definitely I'm looking once again towards the point of control area, right? So we need to pay attention to this. And if this is the story, right? So we get high, this, and this, and who knows what will happen after that. Maybe we get this and more downside, right? But also this could be the case, right, where the price is just consolidating here, and to invalidate this potential change in market structure, the price needs to do this, a new higher high. When the price will make a new higher high, the bearish count is invalidated, maybe a back test of the value area high of this range, right? And maybe we finally get that triple top sorted, where we could have some sort of, you know, swing failure pattern or failed auction or another breakout that we need to pay attention, right? But it's always good to have scenarios available on this chart. Other than that, let's enable the horizontal levels. Also, the last range that we do have here is basically this one. Basically the entire price action between the point of control and the value high of the bigger range gives the possibility of a new range. And here we could see a couple of things. So value area high with the value area high of the both ranges are here. Point of control, right? So that's why we need these kind of levels, these kind of smaller ranges, because without this, one could say, okay, why the price stopped here? Well, because we could do like a fibble, something like this, and that should be 786, right? So 786, great. 786, but where this retracement goes? Well, goes to the point of control. And now, as you can see, for the moment, the point of control is resistance. Well, if the price manages to actually to claim the point of control, then more upside is possible. And once again, I'm looking towards value high of the local range, the bigger range. And why not this liquidity here? Because we do have high, lower high, and lower high. So maybe the price will be able to take this liquidity and then we go from there. But definitely these kind of small ranges are very, very good when you're trading, especially for scalps, day trades. And this asset again is very, very good. And sometimes the volatility is, and I know I'm saying this and kind of I can't believe it myself, sometimes the volatility, especially during the news, the volatility is bigger than on the Bitcoin chart. So pay attention to this asset. Even if you don't trade it, there is still a lot to learn from what's going on this chart. Now, let's get back to the horizontals, right? So we do have a couple of things to talk about, right? So first of all, we do have this daily, a new daily untapped daily level that would be 1959. Great. But other than that, we still have this old monthly levels. And as you can see, together with the other levels, because I mean, I do have the monthly level, right? 1989, but just above this one, we do have a daily level, 1992. So we were expecting this is on Friday, right? This is on Friday. So I said, look, we do have this situation. I'll go on low time. Actually, let's go on low time frame. Right, so the situation was like this, right? And also I had this level on the chart, which is the previous day. Let's put it as a key level, right? This was previous day high. So the price was, you know, somewhere in this area, right? Price is pushing. So I said, okay, we do have this daily. Great. So for a possible swing failure pattern or failed auction, that looks very, very good. But in order to get more the confirmation for more downside, the price needs to lose the monthly and this level. Then we've seen this. So you see the respect for this level, the monthly consolidation, this one tap support, the push to the upside. And then as soon as this level was lost, more downside was possible, right? More downside is possible. So that's why it's very, very good to have like a high time frame level, like a monthly level, and also above or below, you do need a, let's say, a lower time frame level, because that way you can actually trade, and not only trade, because for scalping, this move, this swing failure pattern to the monthly, that is 0.18%, right? That's a lot for this chart. To the previous day high, that's 0.2526. That's a lot. So you can actually scalp this. But to get confirmation, you need changing market structure and losing some levels. So that's why for me personally, this is best case scenario. So you can trade this move. And once a new trend is established, then you can ride the trend. And again, I'm hearing myself giving up all this information. And this is the kind of information that you can actually take advantage and really understand what I'm saying here, only if you actually trade this asset. Other than that, it's just, I don't know, gibberish. But if you actually trade this asset, and if you are a scalper, you will understand what I am saying here. Okay, great. Let's move once again to the to a higher time frame, and we do have this. So we do have daily and monthly, right? So another rejection here, and also we do have the same situation to a downside. We do have this monthly, right? 1965 and an untapped daily below 1959. So we've seen the situation that we do have here. Maybe the price will move today, or today, tomorrow, who knows? But we do have this situation, which is a very, very good situation. Very, very good situation, because if the price goes here, maybe take the liquidity, then for more upside, I would like to see this monthly claimed, and that opens the possibility once again for the top monthly. Why not, right? Or to the downside, we still have this weekly 1938, an untapped weekly level, also some liquidity. So that is also a very, very interesting area in my opinion, right? Then we do have the point of control, and for real, like I said, for real weakness, I would like to see the point of control in this daily loss. If that happens, we could see a full rotation to the bottom of this range, where we do have monthly, weekly, monthly, and daily. So we do have a lot of confluences in this area. Plus, let's not forget this liquidity here, plus the value high of the high time frame range and value low of basically this range. So very, very important for the bulls. They need to defend this. If this is the bullish case and the price, they need to defend this level, right? Monthly, daily. That'll be a very, very nice retracement. Obviously, if this is the really, really, really bullish case, then they need to claim this monthly and push to the weekly, daily, and so on. But let's see, we get a retracement here. That's an interesting trading opportunity. Then we move back to this weekly and the point of control in this daily, 1920. below the point of control and below this daily, that opens the possibility for a bigger drop, and that would be from daily to daily, that's a 2.5%. Basically this push to the upside, single prints here, fill the single prints and move to the downside. So it is important to actually understand where we are on this chart on a high time frame, but also on a local, let's say local time frame, to have levels to the upside, level to the downside, because as a trader, this is how you make money, or this is how you lose money, depending on the on the situation. But you need these levels, right? You need these levels on the chart. Basically, that's all you need, in my opinion. Check the market structure, mark some horizontal levels, some ranges, and if on top of that you can add some fib pools, then everything should be fairly easy to trade, in my opinion. So yeah, let's so here on this chart, to keep everything very simple, this area, the value high, is resistance. Claim this one, and that opens the possibility for the triple top. Or if this will still act as resistance, the next important high time frame support is this area, this the point of control below. It opens the possibility once again for the 18-ish area, right? Or the value low below. So for the moment, this is resistance, this is support. Range in between, trade the range. But for a bigger move, either this area needs to be claimed or this one lost. Until then, you have a range traded, scalp trades, day trades, it's all good. So this is gold. This is gold. Next chart. That would be EURUSD. EURUSD, again, another very interesting asset. This is a new asset for me. I'm trading this, but this is new, so obviously I'm still working on that. The TA is the same. The TA is always the same. You know, you don't need to overcomplicate it, but each asset has some specific patterns that applies when an important top or bottom is printed on the chart. So that was actually, that's the story. You need to learn those patterns, and that could give you the edge when you're trading. Because let's say you're, I don't know, you do have something like this. You do have a support and you do have a resistance, and obviously price goes here, you're looking for a long, price goes here, you're looking for a short, and so on and so on. But what if the price in between does something like this? Spend some time below, then claims the level just enough to get you stopped out from your trade, and only after that you see the big move, the real move, and then comes here where you look for a short, and the price does this and then takes the high, and then boom. No, just enough, this kind of small moves, just enough to get you out of your trade, hit your stop loss, and other than that, and only after that you see the real move. So those are those specific patterns for each trading pair. So that's why you need to pay attention, spend as much time as possible on this chart and trade, because unless you put the money down, unless you put the money down, you need to feel the rush. You need to feel that and get used to that, you know, and that's where you actually understand if you can be a trader, yes, no, or depending where you are, depending on the situation. And obviously I'm saying things, but none of this is actually financial advice, and all we talk about is paper money. Okay, enough of that. Let's go to monthly time frame to actually understand where we are on this chart, right? So we do have a couple of section of the chart, and once again I will start with my ranges, right? And that would be this one. There's two ranges. I won't accept this one. So basically we do have a top range and a low range, right? So within the lower range, price moving here to the value low, and now we do have a push, right? So this is a green candle, everything looks good. This is very strong, very strong. Now if we go to daily time frame, so actually to see what's going on in this area, right? So we had this bearish market structure, right? So the drop here, and then the price starting to change the market structure. That's why the market structure is very, very important. And for the moment, the market structure is bullish, right? Then, so obviously that leads to more upside. Then we do have this situation where we do have a range in between the value area low and the point of control of this range, give or take, right? So if you see something like this, I don't see a good reason why we cannot do this, right? And value area low, point of control, small retracement, value area high. What the price is trying to do right now, is actually to claim the value area high of this range. Also, in terms of horizontals, we have this daily, untapped daily here, right? So untapped daily level. So the price is kind of trying to claim this level, but we still have this. We still have this high, some liquidity for a possible swing failure pattern. So let's pay attention to this. And if that happens, if we get a swing failure pattern in this area, let me get this closer so you can actually see this better. If we get a swing failure pattern of this, then this daily and most important, the value area high of this range becomes important, because a swing failure pattern like this, right? Let's say the price would do this swing failure pattern. That's great. You see a swing failure pattern, you trade the swing failure pattern, but for continuation to the downside, then you want to see change in market structure, very important, change in market structure on starting on low time frame, 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, with continuation to the down. So you want to see starting the change in market structure starting on low time frame with continuation on higher time frames, right? So you'd like to see something like this, boom, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and within this process you would like to see some levels lost, like this daily looks very good. Flip this to resistance, and then more downside is possible, and then you need to see the price getting acceptance back into the value area of this range, right? So you want to see something like this. If this is the case, maybe this is the top and we could see a bigger retracement. If we don't see this, if we don't see something like this, and we only see a swing failure pattern here of this high, then maybe that's a scalp to the daily. Book some profits, move your stop loss at entry, and let's see what's going on. So that's why I like this kind of levels, right? Very, very, very close to each other, because I can actually trade in between, and not only that, I can check the strength or the weakness of the moves that we do have. Other than that, and like I said, this is just low time frame. Other than that, where are my horizontals? And let's hide this one too. For me, everything looks good for more upside, where as long, and if this is the case, and the value area, if the value area high of this local range will hold as support, then the next important level is actually the point of control of the bigger range. Also, we do have some liquidity in this area. Obviously, doesn't mean that this has to happen in like 1 or 2 days. Check this one. It took a long time, like, I don't know, 2 weeks to get to this area, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean that has to happen in a day or 2. It is possible, because if we get something like this again, then we're getting very, very close. Also, in between, we do have monthly, we do have daily, we do have weekly. So we do have levels in between, levels that we can actually trade. The other thing that we could do here, we can pull a fib like this, right, to actually understand where we are on the chart, right? And we do have this local golden pocket here. So a local golden pocket, right? So let's pull this one, a local golden pocket. And now if we enable the horizontal, a local golden pocket on the monthly, on an untapped monthly level, that is very, very good confluence trade. And then maybe we can, if the price is able to push here, then maybe we can take a short there to the value area high of this range. Price get acceptance below, then maybe the point of control, maybe value area low, who knows? But this is how you build confluences on the charts. If this is the case, then golden pocket on a monthly, that's very good. No reaction here whatsoever. We get this kind of thing where the price keeps pushing, then great. We do have the daily, we do have the weekly level, and most important, we do have the point of control of this range, right? So this is how you build confluences, this is how you build a trading plan, and after that, all you need is to actually to trade your trading plan. Some other things to take into consideration, right? So locally, for me, it's very clear. As long as this value area high is holding as support, more upside is possible. And the only question is how high this chart will push, right? But on a higher time frame, and let's pull it from here first, right? Okay, but we can extend it to the bigger high. I want to make sure I put this correct. Look at this. Look at this very nice confluence. So if the price continues to push bullish market structure and so on, then golden pocket on the point of control of this bigger range. So that is one confluence definitely to take into consideration, because we do have liquidity. Bigger, it's not the biggest one because obviously, but locally speaking, that's a decent fee pool, right? So golden pockets on a point of control, some liquidity, that should be a very interesting area to trade. And just to give you another level, right? Another level. Currently, the price is fighting with this 0.5 fib level. For this chart, this is a very well respected level. So you see, we do have local levels, we do have high time frame levels. So there are a lot of ways to actually to build your chart, to build your TA. And when you have your TA, all you need to do is set an alert if you're not in front of the screen, or if you're trading multiple assets in the same time, especially for scalping, then you can set an alert. When the price goes there, check the reaction, check what's going on. Good reaction, then trade. Not so good reaction, step back, let the price move higher or lower. And then only when you see something that you're comfortable with trading, only then you can get involved in the actual trade. Okay, so this is the chart. No need to overcomplicate this. High time frame, low time frame, everything should be very clear in my opinion. And the last asset that I want to check, no, actually I'm going to do this. I'm going to check DXY, because we talked about this chart, right? This pushing to the upside, right? That means this chart is pushing to the downside. And I'm only gonna give you one level, right? Actually, it's a channel that was printed like long time ago, and it is very well respected. Obviously, small front runs are okay in this kind of situation, but check what the price is trying to do here. And this is where some of our members from the premium section, they are actually trading this. I'm not trading DXY for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm not trading this one. But, and this is the story, right? So the price was here, right? And we had a couple of days, 1, 2, 3 days range, right? And I've got a couple of questions about this. And I said, okay, this, the channel and everything, this is still an all level, and actually I'm impressed it is still respected. However, in this kind of situation, this is just support holding. This is not strength. Strength comes for changing market structure and claiming some level. That was not the case. That was not the case, right? The last question I did, that I got was a swing failure pattern here, yes, no. And I said yes for a scalp, but then you want to see the change in market structure and some levels claimed. If not, this is not strength. This is just support holding, and support holding, yes, test it once, twice, 3 times, and then it breaks. Not only it breaks, but check the backtest to this level. So if this chart pushes to the upside, this one to the opposite direction. So pay attention to this kind of correlation and to what's going on in this market. And now, and this should be the last one, this is SPX, ES on the CME chart. Let's go to monthly time frame. And we do have this situation. Let's put the ranges. Let's put our ranges, right? Which one? This is only one. Okay. So this is one thing that I've noticed, right? So we do have this, right? So point of control, and now the price is fighting with the value high. And this is the story. This is where it becomes interesting, because on a monthly time frame, this looks like this. On a weekly time frame, this looks the same. However, if we move to a daily time frame, this looks like this, right? So this was what I was showing you when I said like as long as the value area high is holding our support, more upside is possible, get acceptance in here, then the point of control should be ignored. Now the price moved here, claimed, right, strong push to the upside. I wasn't expecting, to be totally honest, this, and then the price stops here. And if you look at the chart like this, you're like, okay, this is a nice move, but why in the world the price stops here, right? Obviously we could pull some fibs like this, and that should give 786, 886 area, right? So okay, that's a very, very nice confluence, something to be taken into consideration, right? We do have we should have some horizontal. So look, we do have a monthly level here, so definitely that is something also to give us confidence to see what's going on here. Also we have an untapped daily. Also we do have some liquidity in this area, right? So we do have levels, we can build confluences around this chart. But if on top of everything that's going on here, we move to a weekly or on a monthly time frame, and we start to see that the value are high moved here, then you do understand how important this area actually is. And now the next question would be why the daily shows like this and the weekly shows a totally different position for the value high. Well, this is something that TradingView likes to do from time to time, and usually on a higher time frame, monthly and weekly, the change, they will show the change faster. For the daily time frame, it needs some time to actually to upgrade the position. So it's always a good idea to check on a daily time frame, but also check on a higher time frame, just to get an idea about what's going on this chart. Okay, so with this information in mind, doesn't mean that the daily information is off. No, that's totally fine. And one could see, I mean, the price moved here, some consolidation, and then the push to the upside, also stopped here to the absolute dollar, and then down to the point of control. So this is not necessarily wrong information, so we can actually use both, right? Before, like I said, it's like it takes more time for the information to actually for the levels to upgrade to the new level. And this usually happens on a high time frame, it happens faster. On a lower time frame, it takes more time, but definitely. And for me, this area is still very, very important. Value are high or not, this area is very important, because it was resistance, some consolidation, and now let's see, we get a bigger retracement in this area. This should hold our support. Not only that, but should be kind of the local golden pocket, right? Let's say where it is, or if the price push just a bit higher, depending on the situation, this is kind of the golden pocket area. So for me, this area is still important, right? Other than that, the price keeps pushing, because we had this and the backtest, this consolidation and another push, and this to me looks still like consolidation. Consolidation below resistance equal bullish. So I would not be surprised of a push to the upside, where we need to find the next important level. So we do have this monthly 45.41, untapped daily level 45.56, some liquidity here, and then there is not too much. So we still have this area here where we do have a weekly and a monthly, and again some liquidity, but then there's not much to a new higher high here, to a new higher high, where if we also pull some fibs from this one to this one, we're roughly in the 0.786 area, and 8x6, the next important level, comes here. So if the price decides to push and we don't get a swing failure pattern or a rejection from this daily, the next area should be weekly, monthly, liquidity, 886. Claim that area, and I see no reason for the price not to push the monthly 45.71 or even a new high on the chart. This is not a bullish chart. This is not a bearish chart. Sorry, this is a bullish chart, and all the information that I get from this chart points out to more upside, right? Because we still have a range. We had this section of the chart where the point of control was acting as resistance, value area low acting as support. Then we moved to this area, right? Spend some time just above value area high. Maybe the reason for this, if we push this to, sorry, not from here, if we push this to the weekly, right? So value area high, then the point of control back to the value area high, right? So we do have this situation here, this range between point of control, value area low. Now we do have a range between point of control and value area high, and we need to see what's going on. So the price needs to claim this area for more upside, check this one, and then the possibility of a new high, or if we get a bigger retracement, the point of control should be our big support. In between scalps, day trades, yes, there is a lot going on that chart. There's a lot of scalps to be taken, but remember, we are currently in an uptrend, and it is so much better to ride this trend. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to long here. No, wait for a retracement, check the market structure, check the intraday market structure. So 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, check what's going on. If you have on top of that, if you have some horizontals, something to help you, I don't know, VWAP, previous day high, previous day low, daily open, something like this, then everything should be more easier with this trade. But other than that, is this area, then monthly, weekly liquidity, and then monthly and a new high. There's not much to add to this chart, in my opinion. Okay, so this is the last chart. Let's check what Bitcoin actually is doing. Let's check here. So still in this area, still undecided. For the moment, the volume is really low. So you see, basically it doesn't get to 1 million in the last half an hour. What is this telling me? Well, it's telling me that we actually, and this is the rule about everything that I do on a Monday morning, I wait for NY open for the NY open, right? And usually NY open brings some volatility and some clarity on the chart. Could be to the upside, could be to the downside, that we don't know yet, but one should be prepared for both scenarios. To wrap this up, we do have this situation here. As long as the value high is support, then more upside is possible. Also the local range. Not this one, but this one. Also, we do have a local range, but the price is fighting with the value high. Claim this one, and we don't have too much. We do have this daily, right, and possibly a new high, where we can get a swing failure pattern, or we can get a breakout. Remember, we do have news tomorrow, so the news could potentially bring the volatility to the upside, to the downside. The rest, scalps, day trades, remember, NY open later today, that should bring some volatility and some clarity on this chart. Overall, I would favor more upside until we get a sign of weakness. If we start to see sign of weakness, maybe this is the top, and then we go lower. How much lower? Again, we need to use our technical analysis to determine what are the next important levels to the upside or to the downside. I'm going to check if there are no more questions. We'll do that. Please do that, and please tag me, because that way I can actually see the message and I can answer faster. Also, like Anna say, if you like what you see here and you like to support this project, do not forget to subscribe, like, share our content, and let's not forget about the new website. We're still fine-tuning it, but looks very good. Has everything that you need for trading, Sitreps, live trading. Last week we had, I think, 3 sessions. Usually when there are news and everything, or important NY open, we get into we have a voice channel in Discord and we talk about, and there is a trade, very good trade, obviously. I have, and not only myself, but the rest of the team, we do have no problem in sharing our settings. We do have, like I said, Sitreps, basically the daily updates. We do have modules, we do have live trading, pretty much everything necessary to help you to become a profitable trader. This is our discount link. We do have a free section, and if you want to upgrade to the premium section, we'll be more than happy to assist you. Also, our Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, that is where you can find us. With that being said, that will be all for this day. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully the information that I've shared here will help you to become a better trader, or to have a very good trading week. And until the next public session, thank you for everything. Cheers, bye bye, and I'll see you in Discord. Bye.